was just a guest. But we're gonna discuss that. We're gonna discuss so much, but let me just say this. Let me just start off by saying this. I am going to show you, first off, how she introduced herself to me via text. See, the first lie that I want to talk about is Adrian claimed she knew me for 20 years. That was a bold-faced lie. Adrian actually met me 2 days before the first interview. Now, what?
2 days before the interview. But she claims she been knowing him for 20 years. Bet that line hard as hell.
Does 2 days and 20 years have in common? The number 2. That's it. Other than that, 2 days and 20 years, totally different. Now, I'm not saying that she didn't come to Mr. Park's place and wasn't in attendance to a show that I had promoted and performed on back at the time. I'm not saying that didn't happen. I don't know if it did or that it didn't. Let's just say it did happen. But that don't mean she knew me. We didn't meet just because you saw me perform. That's not an introduction. You knew of.
Well, to her it is. To her it is.
I could have said something like, well, 10 years ago, I went to a Jagged Edge, Drew Hill, 112, Boys to Men, and New Edition concert. Then 5 years later, I'm running around talking about I know all of them. No, I never met them. I was just at the concert, so you lied. Everything about Adrian when it came to me was coming from a personal side. It wasn't strictly professional. Now, for me, it was strictly professional. But let me just show you how she...
Okay, professional how? I mean, what was professional about dealing with her? No other than y'all were getting ready, she was getting ready to pay you for business, so I'm just saying. I'm on his side, but I'm trying to understand what kind of professional business you gonna have with Adrian.
Initiated her text conversation with me. She sent me a picture of her back shot. You know what I'm saying? If I'm supposed to be coming to be on your YouTube or whatever channel, segment, show, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
And I'm strictly coming on as a guest. I don't need to see what your butt looks like. You know, that's stuff that people do when they want to capture your interest in their body. It's almost equivalent.
Okay, so the thing is, see, this how everything get misconstrued with people. Okay, now like I said, I'm on the brother's side. I'm on the side because she lied. But what I'm saying is that, okay, you knew, okay, you say your business was with her, was doing an interview, going on her YouTube channel, doing an interview. So I guess to get you out there well known better, okay, and you felt this way. So you won't interest her in no sexual kind of way, as you about to say. So if you wasn't, when she sent you a back shot, why didn't you come then and say, you know this about business, right? You could have nipped that right then and let her know you're not interested in the sexual part of it. But I get it because you wanted to, be on her channel.
If a guy inboxes one of you ladies and then the next thing you get is an inappropriate, unsolicited pipe shot. You ain't asked for that. I ain't asked for that, but don't take my word for it. Take a look at this and you'll see I ain't making this up. I'm not making this up. Check this out.
Hi, the video is on YouTube. This is Adrian. Hi, the video is on YouTube. Now, watch it and let me know what you think. You should be a lot further ahead as a dancer because you're entertaining. I will help you for free. Make sure, and y'all know I want nothing free. Make sure to scroll down to the comment section. The ladies love you. The name of my channel is Agent Slave Variety. He said, thank you. By the way, very nice picture. See, all right. See, you're initiating something. Because you could have said, nice picture. Thank you. But by the way, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, it's how you do the words.
You see that? You saw it, right?
Yeah.
Completely unprofessional.
Yeah, but you was like, by the way, nice
Let's
picture.
move on past that for now. I want to talk about...
You could have just said thanks for the picture.
Let me talk about one of the truths, because she didn't tell too many. But I do want to talk about one very important truth that she did talk about, and she did it in a slanderous form. Yeah, it is true. Yes, I do wear rinse on my face. See, I've had premature grays ever since time.
She sure did put it. She sure did put his black. She sure did put his black ass on blast. When she said that he was wearing that comb on, cover your gray stick. So she went to hug him, and her whole face was black. Oh, my Lord, I know he was hurt. I know he was hurt. Because, he a pretty boy. You could tell he's all about his looks there. So I know that took his whole heart up out of there when that... I know that took his whole heart out when that smut rubbed up off her skin. Especially Adrian. Oh my God. Oh my God. Woo. Boy. I know he could. I know he felt like running under a rock. Woo, boy.
And for any of you who have had premature grays or have dealt with anyone who has had premature grays,
yeah, but we
have
color it.
Experienced, or you know what it's like to have premature grays.
Well, when you out and about and moving around and sweating and shit, you don't use that stick, because that shit gonna run. Especially you out there dancing and prancing like you do. You need to color your grays. Then you ain't got to worry about that smut coming off. No, you do too much. You need to color your shit, not comb through your shit.
And
with
yeah,
no
up
stick.
until recently I did use a perm until I had an allergic reaction to it.
Damn, baby.
Almost took my life. Yeah. See, there's a class action lawsuit against a couple companies for the chemicals that they use in permanent hair dye. I had the
My bad.
Like on the Martin episode
My
when
bad.
he fought Tommy Hearns. At the end of it, his head was all swollen up. Yeah, that was me. I had a swollen head as reaction, the allergic
You got
reaction
pictures?
to the chemicals in hair dye.
You got pictures?
Like I said, it almost cost me my life, because if I had not gotten to the hospital in a timely manner that I did, my throat could have swollen up and my air passage would have just closed up. And the day when she hugged me, I had a rinse in there and rubbed off on her. Sometimes that happens because it does not hold like a permanent dye. Those of you who color your hair off and on, I'm not making this up. So
Now, ain't no way in the hell no rinse rub off like that, bruh. If you had one of them spray on tints, but uh you must be talking about them that's what you talking about. You talking about them spray temporary coloring. Yeah, that's what you talking about, but you ain't talking about temporary color. Cause temporary color is just like permanent color. It just don't it just ain't as strong, and it don't like the lifelong of the temporary ain't as you know as permanent on permanent as permanent color is. So yeah, you got to be using some type of spray. Cause shit, temporary color, that shit don't rub out like that.
If she wanted to know what about it, yeah, I'm gonna say I could have said something when she was like, "What's this on my face?" I could have, had really thought about what it was. I could have said something, but I didn't, and she chose to use that as a slanderous platform.
What
No
you
big deal
thought
to
she was
me.
gonna
Didn't
do?
hurt my feelings. You see, I just came right out and told you. Yeah, I mean, some of you all was like, yeah, well, we already knew. It ain't no big deal, ain't no secret. You know what I'm saying? But that was one of the few truths that she told in her the truth about Mr. Unforgettable that she actually filled up with, like I said, lies and jaded opinions. She said she put me in my place. She had to check me. Now, I'm going to show you the script.
Yeah, like temporary hair color is just like a coating, but it grabs on to the hair, but it don't have, like I said, a permanent attachment like the permanent hair color do. The permanent hair color go through the shafts and clenches to the hair. They give it a longer stay on the hair. So that's the difference. So yeah, he won't using the right. He using that spray can temporary hair.
Screenshots of that conversation, and you will see for yourself that it played out as a casual conversation. I mean, you would think that if a person is checking the next person, that they would either use some curse words to get the point across,
Not really.
use some exclamation marks to show passion about what they're saying, or the ever so easy all caps. Nothing was in all caps. Everything was as casual as the first conversation we ever had. So how did you check me, Adrian? You didn't. You said you did this, you said that, you was like, those are my fans, my followers and all that. You didn't say that. It ain't in there. You ain't say nothing about your followers were being nice to me.
You are very lively and can go places if you leave the baggage in the lost and found. That's him. She said, "Lord, he don't move it." I should have paused it. You're very lively. This is him and can go places if you leave the baggage in the lost and found. Adrian, you're right, but at least he does help me financially. I'm not stable enough yet, but in a few months or less, I will be. Most men just trying to fuck, not help. When it counts, where it counts, unfortunately. You're right, though. He said, he's just a POS willing to pay for your company, love. That doesn't make him shit more than that. You precisely correct. I totally agree. Think of how negative he would, how negative, think of how negatively he would affect your live videos if he starts. He just say, oh yeah, okay. And you say, you precisely correct. I totally agree. Think of how negatively he would affect your live videos if he starts commenting on them. Your voice may mask your emotions, but your facial expressions will tell every time. Even your followers seem to know you're not happy. Hopefully, you will find your ground and break away from that sinking ship. Well, sorry to tell you, bruh, she's still sinking. But enough about that, in my opinion. Once again, the interview was very nice, and not because I was fortunate to be in it. Okay. Think of how negatively he would affect. Okay. That's the same thing. My subscribers, you're right. They know me personally. They know I'm transparent. They know I'm real. Get caught up on some of my content before you judge me. None of this matters when bills are due. I do what works for me. Besides, I don't see many stepping up to the plate. I will go a long way with or without a soul. I know my worth. Okay, she getting crunk at this point. Getting crunk.
That was her checking me. But you would notice in that text, her words were, I agree with you. You are precisely correct. See? You see that? I'm still laughing. You see that? It's not in there. She never said it. Because it never happened the way she played it out. You know, it just never happened that way. And for her to have taken that casual conversation and instead of just texting me afterwards, I mean, she did say at the end, nobody is better than anybody else. But that was casual too. You saw that with your own eyes. But, you know, like I said, she tried to make it seem like we had words. Like it was just ugly. That was so casual. And instead of her racing to a social media platform,
That's what she do.
which is very immature, that's some petty stuff. She could have just reached out to me and said something as simple as, you know, I don't think that you and I need to work together any longer. I would have accepted that. I would have respected that. I would have honored that. I would have appreciated that. I would
That
have
ain't what she do.
preferred that. She was throwing so many people under the bus. I mean, she
That's what she
slandered
do.
her sister that she used to have a show segment with. She slandered her mother the day of the second interview when I went to pick her up because I picked her up from my mother's house. And Within 3 minutes or so after we drove away, she started slamming her mother. But the one person that she slammed worse than she tried to slam me, can you believe that? The one person that she slammed worse than she tried to slam me was her boyfriend.
Oh, boy.
Oh man, she body slammed that dude under a burning car,
Okay.
a speeding 18-wheeler truck on a 95 mile an hour
Like she
highway.
doing Jeffrey. Like she doing Jeffrey.
A speeding supersonic train.
Oh,
She
jet.
threw him under a sinking ship, and she duct taped that dude to the front end, the nose of a plane going down, spiraling in flames into the side of a mountain. That's how bad she threw that.
And she doing
That's how
Jeffrey
bad
the
she did
same
that
way.
dude. And she did it all to try to impress me.
That's her MO, bruh.
Man, that's a juicy story right there. Matter of fact, why don't I get into that right now? I brought it up. Why not? Now, this was the day of the first interview. Let me tell you a story about that. When I first showed up, she had asked me if it was okay if we take a drive. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking, WTF, are we taking a drive for? I'm coming over here to do an interview and bounce. But her exact words were, it's such a nice day outside, let's go for a ride.
You could have said no.
Like, well, maybe, she wanted to spend a little time with me to try to get a feel for me. That's cool, you know what I'm saying? You want to kind of see what kind of person that you are bringing into your environment, to do an interview. You know what I'm saying? It was a one-on-one situation, a man and a woman. So you want to kind of feel me out to see if you should even proceed forward.
Okay.
I get that. I mean, there's some psychopaths out there. It really is. Some sickos. And you don't talk about sicko, yeah, because that is connected. But check this out. I was cool with it because I was hungry. I wanted to get the bite to eat. So I asked her about, some places to eat. We took a little drive, found this nice wing joint on the east side. We go in. I place my order. I ask her, do she want something? I'm a man, I'm a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. If you're out with a lady, you're buying something to eat, you all are together. Not like together, but you all came in together. You offer to buy her something to eat. She may be hungry too. She declined. She said she was fine. It's cool.
A hungry
We sat
nigga.
and we chopped it up a little bit. Then
A hungry bitch. She know damn well she was starving, but she was trying to be cute. See, I don't do shit like that. Nigga ask me, am I hungry? Yeah. And I'm gonna get what the fuck I want. Don't ask me, do I want something? And, that means I get what I want. If I got to put a limit on it, let me know. I ain't gonna be up mad or whatever, but at least I know what to get. But just don't go and, See, you're a real gentleman.
and my order was ready. Took off. We get back to her place. Now here's where things started getting real interesting. That blue outfit she had on, that's not what she had on when she first got in my ride. No, see, she was wearing this hot pink fuchsia type form-fitting outfit, and it had multicolors in it. So we get back to her place, which just so happened to be, and Adrian, these are your words, and you know they are, and this is the exact truth. I ain't got to lie about anything. Unlike you, I ain't got to lie.
Taylor, we know you ain't lying.
Adrian was like, well, she explained that she lived in a transient